Why have a joint venture, a joint exploration with an aggressor, with an invader, with artificial islands which are practically military bases inside our EEZ, no? Harassing our frontliners, our fishermen. Tapos sasabihin mo ay magkakaroon ka ng joint exploration, whether you like it or not. That will undermine our victory sa UNCLOS. That will undermine yung ating claims sa ating EEZ and perhaps further on, even in our sovereign territory. Dahil huwag mong kalimutan, kiniklaim ng China, even Palawan. No? So, wala ko nakikitang win-win for us. Ang sabi nila, magkakaroon tayo ng supply ng oil. When? Joint exploration will take years, even decades. No? Hopefully, mangyari yan in the next 10 years, kung sakali. But it won't help us in the present crisis. So, what are we talking about?
Which makes me wonder, Sir Ronald, I'm just trying to see the method here. What if it's really the president in a kind of an off-the-cuff way? And this was actually raised with, because I mentioned niya sa Bloomberg. This was in his interview in Bloomberg shortly before he declared national energy emergency. Baka naman dahil napaka-frustrated si presidente sa ginawa ng US, pero hindi niya masabi na openly. Parang this is his way of saying, ayan kayo, wala kayong paki sa amin, pinaano kami. Di ngayon, wala kaming choice. Kausapin na namin ng China.
I agree.
Baka there is that element there.
I agree. Pwedeng kwento political statement.
Yeah.
No? A not so veiled threat sa mga Amerikano. We're your closest allies here.
Yeah.
We're
Most
the
important.
front line.
100%.
No? Pero, ba't ganyan yung binigay nyo sa aming tariff? Bakit kulang kayo sa tulong? Diba? Tapos ba't ginugulo nyo yung mundo na apektado kami negatively?
Hindi kami na-consult,
diba?
hindi kami tinulungan. Yeah.
So, pwedeng ganun yan. A political statement. Pero wag tayo magkaroon ng illusion, no, that this will happen. Wag tayo magkaroon ng illusion that Filipino people will support this initiative. No? At kailangan i-emphasize, you're playing in dangerous grounds.
I mean, playing into the enemy's hands.
Yes, because these are not amateurs.
Yeah.
The Chinese are way ahead of us in playing this game. So, ingat tayo. No? Ingat tayo. Maliban ba sa wag mong galitin ang Filipino people na ngayon lang nakaka-rediscover of ng kanilang patriotism.
Yeah.
Diba? Ngayon lang eh.
May momentum.
Ngayon lang ganyan ka-overwhelming yung patriotism ng mga Pilipino since World War II. So, ano nga? Tapos, bubuhusan mo ng malamig na tubig.
Sir Ronald, on speaking of malamig na tubig, I mean, there's also another worry. I think the president is also wondering whether China will take advantage dito sa new world disorder na yan to do something funny and fishy. Meron tayong news report from Wall Street Journal just kahapon that suggests after 10 years of hiatus, China is now moving ahead with building yet another massive military base in the South China Sea area. I said South China Sea because this is in the Antelope Reef in the Paracel, so hindi siya kasama sa West Philippine Sea. Pero alam naman natin, dikit-dikit lahat yan. All the military bases being built in Spratlys, in Paracels, all of this are part of an integrated military machine structure, right? So hindi kaya iniisip din ni Presidente na we just need to signal openness to discussion just to bring down the temperature dahil may temptation ng China ngayon to push the envelope more aggressively as they see the US bog down sa Middle East. What about that aspect?
Well, yes, no, they'll push the envelope, but I doubt that they will push it too far. Like,
dahil mas rational lang China kaysa kay Trump, parang yun sinasabi mo.
The leadership are also pragmatic. Alam naman nila they're way behind the US militarily up to now.
But Iran is also way behind, and yet they bucked down US.
Ibang Iran, no? They've been fighting for decades. No?
It's a battle-tested country.
Hindi pa tested ang army
ng China.
Ng China, even if it's the biggest in the world.
Parang the last war they had was 1979 invasion of border war with Vietnam, and they kind of lost. They lost, exactly. Yeah.
Tapos yung mga maliliit na skirmish with India. No?
Wala yan, not counted.
So, hindi sila ganun ka-battle-tested. Siguro yung pinaka-latest was Korea. Pero yung kanilang mga soldiers dyan ay mga either dead or octogenarian. No?
1950 pa to.
So, I doubt if China will push the envelope very far. Like, for example, invading Taiwan. No? That can happen, but I doubt it very much. No? Dahil, anong sabi ni Napoleon?
When your enemy is making
Don't
mistakes,
disturb your
don't interrupt.
enemy when
Yeah.
they're making a mistake. No? Tingin nila, they're looking good kumpara sa US at this point. Bakit nila sisirain yun, di ba? All the allies of the US ay iniiwanan ng US at this point, no? Because of the machinations of Trump and Netanyahu, no? Israel is now the most unpopular country in the world. At sumusunod ng US dahil sa kanilang all-out support sa Israel.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's feeding
Diba?
also into anti-Semitism and all of
Diba?
that, which is very worrying. Yeah.
So, I doubt kung gagawin nila yan. No? Okay sa akin na mas maging independent tayo. Okay sa akin na mag-focus tayo to rebuild our armed forces. At the very least, magkaroon ng minimum capacity to defend. At dyan papasok yung drone industry na dapat sinimulan na natin matagal na.
Which both Ukraine and Iran used very effectively.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, no. So maraming pwede tayong gawin. Pero yung magbe-bend backwards tayo sa China for a joint exploration, joint patrol with the Chinese Coast Guard. That's almost funny if it wasn't tragic, no?
Yeah.
So that will be a huge mistake. Huge. Okay sa akin na mag-send ng political statement sa mga Amerikano. Pero hindi yan ang dapat maging tugon dyan ay to bend towards China, to lean towards China. No? Wala tayong makukuha ron.
Sir Ronald, speaking of, sabi nga ni
At
Emma,
panghuli, huwag mong kalimutan, China is confronting huge internal problems. No? Yung kanilang overproduction. Kaya makakita
youth
ka ngayon.
unemployment.
Yeah, youth unemployment, no, slowdown ng economy,
Overcapacity.
demographics,
Yeah.
no. Subukan mo. Bumili ka ng halimbawa mga drones na dati ay $100, mabibili mo ngayon for $600. Made in China. Bumili ka ng mga beds, yung hinahanginan,
Yeah.
it's now 20% of the original price.
So overproduction lahat.
Bumili ka
Yeah.
ng mga electric vehicles from China.
Yeah.
It's now a third of the original price. So they're dumping
Yeah.
their products dahil
Wala nang markado.
walang bumibili sa
Absorption,
China. No, monitor that, no? Ako, na-monitor ko, nagulat ako eh. No, dahil dati hindi ko mabili yung mga yan dahil sobrang mahal.
Solar panels. Just the other day, I was looking at solar panels.
10% of the original price.
Grabe,
No?
mura lahat.
So, that creates problems for China. Diba? Ang laki ng problema nila. More than at any other time. Hindi nakikita dahil nakafocus yung tao dito sa Iran war. But China is...
things are
is
not
also-
rosy
yeah.
also in China or in Russia.
At itong Strait of Hormuz, itong issue ng Iran, sila at saka India ang pinakatinamaan.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there will be a slowdown in China's economic growth per projections. It's just that hindi rin immune ng US and US allies. That's the problem,
course.
including us. But Sir Ronald, going back to this, I mean, Emmanuel Kant said something like, you can think freely but act responsibly. Parang pwede kang malikot, mag-isip. Pero when it comes to action, you have to be responsibly. And part of action is actually what you say, what you speak. Interventions, public interventions. Gusto kong pag-usapan yan dahil ang parang nakikita natin ngayon is, ginagamit itong sinabi ni Presidente BBM ukol dun sa issue ng West Philippines na joint development. At parang wino-weaponize ito ng ibang kaibigan natin. And I'm not talking about the Chinese embassy spokesman. I'm talking about yung mga people na dapat interest ng ating bayan ng inuunahan. To basically say, ayun pala pati si BBM, nag-gets yun na yung sinasabi namin. Kailangan natin magpakabait sa China.
Yeah.
Let's be constructive. At alam natin, Sir Ronald, I mean, still a third of our folks identify with the DDS camp, with the Duterte camp. And we know where the Duterte stand on this debate.
Yeah, yeah.
How worried should we be na ma-weaponize ito ng mga, basically, proxies?
Yeah. They are weaponizing it. No?
Yeah.
Parang ang framework nila, told you so. The told you so framework.
Na hindi Haydarian and Ronald Llamas na doomsday. Iba to, iba to.
Told you
Just
so.
to be clear.
Ganun ang sinasabi nila.
Just to be clear,
Hindi lang yan, ha? Pati itong Iran war,
Yeah.
pati itong economic crisis, no, etc. At mismo ang China. Imagine, sinabihan tayo ng China, we're open to joint exploration, no? But you have to show sincerity.
Which
Imagine
means,
that, we
yeah.
put ourselves in that situation.
Tayo pang may utang sa kanya.
Insincere,
Yeah, exactly.
no? Imagine that. no?
Unbelievable.
So, hindi
yeah.
lang itong pala nagwe-weaponize. Mismo China, we-weaponize ito.
Unbelievable.
Kinikis-kis sa mukha natin. No? At kahit 1/3 ang mga supporters pa rin ng DDS sa ating population, 90% ang supporter ng ating West Philippine Sea. Ibig sabihin, even within the DDS camp,
Majority are still pro-West Philippine Sea.
Yes. Yun yung kwan dito. Hindi lang nga na-weaponize pa ng gobyerno against the DDS. No? At sa ngayon, ang nakaka-weaponize pa, mga DDS. So, mag-ayos sana yung ating
Mag-ayos. huling item na gusto kong pag-usapan dito bago tayo pumunta ng masinsinan doon issue ng impeachment ng mga others sa next susunod na episode is itong debate pa rin sa excise tax, wealth tax, price cap. Sir, nasaan ka? Kasi nagbabardagulan na yung ibang kaibigan natin. Nagdisciplinary action na yung mga... like, oh my God, like where is this going? Kasi syempre, yung mga ibang kaibigan natin, paniwala nila is hindi nagagana yung mga standard economic free market deregulation, yung mga ganyan argumento dahil the system is rigged. The system is may state capture na tayo at kailangan natin to think outside the box. At the same time, we also have friends who are saying, hindi kailangan may framework. Hindi naman pwede sabog lang na the state steps in, especially if you know the state to be lacking capability, lacking transparency, mamaya kung anong kalokohan mangyari, magkakaroon ng rationing, you don't want to go down there. So, there's potentially healthy debate except naging personal na dun sa ibang kaibigan natin. But, Sir Ronald, constructively, where do you stand on yung mga debates on issues like
una,
that?
unprecedented yung crisis.
Yeah.
Unprecedented yung political tsaka economic crisis. Kailangan ma-realize natin yan. That is why, nag-explore tayo ng iba't ibang options.
Outside the box.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pero yung iba't ibang options, dapat tignan natin from a short-term, medium-term, and long-term framework. No? Baka kasi magkakaiba sila. No? Halimbawa, marami doon sa pinagdedebatihan ay usapin ng medium-term at saka long-term. No? Usapin yan nung ating pinasukan na ideological framework nung 90s. Na deregulation, liberalization, privatization. No? It has been long overdue na balikan yan. No? But hindi yan automatically short-term solutions. No?
Yeah.
Ang ginagawa natin ngayon, naghahanap tayo ng combination of solutions. Wala namang standalone eh.
Wala, yeah.
No? Walang standalone solution. Halimbawa, personally, mas gusto ko na tinanggal yung IBAT. I-suspend yan. No?
Pero 300 billion daw mawala, sabi ni Senator Lacson. What about the revenue loss?
I doubt it. No? I doubt it. Hindi ko alam yung numbers. Pero may windfall kasi ngayon ng kwan eh. May windfall ang IBAT.
Kasi yung
because
binili
of the
nila,
crisis.
yeah.
Pinili nila ito nung luma eh. Tapos binibenta ng bago.
Sobrang laki ng premium. Yeah.
O at least bawasan mo yung windfall. At least. No? Dahil kung tinanggal mo yung IBAT, ang magbe-benefit dyan, mas broader. Right. Consumers, everybody. Diba? Hindi lang mayayaman. Yung excise tax, debate pa yan eh. Kung sino talaga ang makikinabang. Middle class at saka upper class, I don't have the numbers yet. No? Pero sa akin, easily, yung IBAT ang malawak ang impact sa tao.
Ano bang framework mo?
Suspension lang yan ha. Hindi naman yan cancellation.
Temporary,
no? Ibig sabihin, habang pinagdidebatihan natin, dahil dati pa namin nilabanan ng IBAT eh.
Yeah.
Dahil from the very start, regressive yan eh. No? Parang naging easy way out sa gobyerno na mag-raise ng maayos na revenues to effective tax collection.
Kasi madali siya i-collect kasi embedded
rich,
siya eh.
Diba?
Yeah.
Ayun yung kanya. Regressive siya. Everybody can be taxed ng IBAT eh. Kaya from the very start, nilabanan namin yan eh. Nilabanan namin yan since the 90s. Kaya nga natalo si Recto
yeah.
for senator eh. Isa sa dahilan yan. No?
Naging NEDA secretary
kahit
tuloy.
very popular siya noon. No? So, yan yung ikalawa. Tapos, ikatlo, okay ako na yung mga kayong mga
intellectual walwal.
Public
Intellectual
intellectuals, di ba? Pag-usapan nyo yan, yung medium term to long term. No? Na hindi naman kayo nagbabardagulan, katulad ko. No? Dahil iba yung role ko eh. No? Kaya hindi ako sasama.
Ronald Llamas
Hindi naman
asking
ako-
for
Hindi naman ako public intellectual eh.
collegial life.
Intellected lang ako eh.
Yun lang.
So okay lang yan. Within certain parameters. No? Huwag kayo masyadong magpersonalan dahil baka yung pinagtatalunan nyo ay wala namang magseseryoso.
Oh. At in the meantime, the Rome is burning. So
Yes.
sana wag natin idaan sa ano.
Yes.
Wag natin.
It's a combination of solution. Bawa, sabi ng GSIS, magsususpend sila moratorium sila sa loans ng kanilang members. Tapos magbibigay sila ng package ng tulong, etc. etc. Sana gawin niya ng lahat ng GOCC. Dahil hindi yan pwedeng iutos ng gobyerno dahil may sariling charter yan eh.
Correct.
Pero, pwede silang bulungan. Uy, gawin nyo na to on your own. Moto proprio. SSS, GSIS, PhilHealth.
But the bulong
Landmark.
power will also apply to the private sector if they're making a lot of windfall profits and
parang
not
matagal pa yung kung na yan, yung
playbook.
wealth tax na yan. In principle, sang-ayon ako dyan. Dapat matagal na yung ginawa. But that can only be done by a different government. That can only be approved by a Congress na hindi pinapatakbo ng wealthy. No? So it will take time. Pero the president can call the billionaires. Gusto niyo bang magkagulo tayo? Gusto niyo bang magkaroon ng riots? Mag-pot naman tayo. Bigay naman kayo ng part ng inyong kinikita, ng inyong
Or share the
windfall,
shock. Yeah,
no?
share the price
Raise
shock.
100 billion.
Yeah.
No? That can be done with calls from the president. Tulungan niyo ako. Dahil hindi lang ako ang tatamaan dito, pati kayo.
The whole economy.
No, tayo lahat tatamaan dito. So magtulong-tulungan tayo. No? Kausapin mo yung mga big players. Bakit lahat na lang na increases sa oil, transfer ka agad sa
At saka
consumers?
bilis.
No? Kaya ang taas ng difference, laki ng difference natin sa Malaysia, sa Thailand, sa Indonesia.
Second highest
et cetera,
price surge
diba?
in the world. Yeah.
Tapos second highest sa buong mundo.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Diba?
Hindi naman tayo second highest, worst overall if you look at the
so,
buffer
ibig
and-
sabihin, something is wrong and ang presidente can do something about what is wrong. Because we have a very strong presidential system na very strong ang presidente. Kung alam ng presidente, paano gamitin yung strength na yan.
So we'd rather have the president make bulong power than joint development with China in the West Philippine Sea. I think that will solve a short-term problem immediately, much more effectively. I think we absolutely can agree
The
on that.
alternative is much, much worse. No?
Yep.
So,
Thank you so much for that, Sir Ronald Llamas, our resident MIT economist. Latest naman tayo, mga coordinated tax package, bonus moratorium. But that's how you do public policy debates. Dapat ganun. Titignan mo yung mga iba't ibang aspeto. Sa susunod na episode, balikan natin itong issue ng corruption scandal, ombudsman, impeachment, at of course, balikan natin itong favorite topic natin ng Unipink with Sir Ronald Llamas. Thank you very much, Sir Ronald.
thank you.